Wonders will never end. Kenya has erupted once again, and it is difficult, ladies and gentlemen, to understand what is really happening within the leadership of Kenya Kwanza coalition that is under the leadership of President William Ruto. Finally, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetang'ula has decided to publicly expose what President William Ruto is allegedly doing at the State House and has appeared to agree with Edwin Sifuna. Do you remember Sifuna saying that Ruto gives letters for the recruitment, or rather employment of teachers to members of parliament who support him? You know, listen to what Edwin Sifuna said earlier before I proceed.
Jana wanamaliza mtu ametoka KU miaka 10 miaka 8 hajapata barua. Na shida ni gani? Rais anachukua barua anapatia wabunge, barua za TSC. Of course Sifuna hapati, wanasema hizo barua ni za watu wa broad base.
Upati
hawanipi bana. Wewe acha nikuambie hii story, unajua ni kitu kigumu sana. Ndio kwa maana tukisema tunataka kurudisha taifa kwenye reli ya maadili. Ili kuwe kwamba TSC ni shirika ambalo linafaa kuwa na mfumo wa kujua nani ndio ana deserve kupata kazi na nani mwenye ha deserve kwa sababu ya time ambayo spend outside after kugraduate. Sasa unakuta wamechukua barua wanapea wabunge. So unakuta huyo mbunge akienda nyumbani yeye ndiye anachagua mtu anapea. Unaweza kuta mtu amegraduate 2 years anapata. Wewe umekaa miaka 8 miaka 10 hujawahi pata.
That is Edwin Sifuna. What he said, it has come to pass. How? Sifuna alleged that Ruto gives teachers recruitment letters to members of parliament who then distribute those letters to people in various constituencies who are their friends, you know. Now National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetang'ula has come forward and actually echoed Sifuna's claims that Ruto gives members of parliament these letters, you know. Ameungana na Edwin Sifuna what he said. Listen to Moses Wetang'ula, who serves as the National Assembly Speaker, you know, here in Kenya. Here is the clip. This is Moses Wetang'ula.
Kuna wabunge wetu wengine na wapeleka kwa rais, anawapatia kila mtu barua 10 za walimu, unasikia wameuza. Sasa kama mtu hajiwezi, wewe ni night nurse vile huyo mama alisema, na unamuuliza 1400 umpe barua ya walimu apatie mtoto yake, hiyo pesa atatoa wapi? That is immoral na hatuwezi kukubali uongozi kama huo.
That is Moses Wetang'ula. Actually ameungana na Edwin Sifuna what he said about employment of teachers here in Kenya. Mabarua zinatoka Ikulu. Sasa Sifuna na Wetang'ula wameungana kwa kusema ukweli halisi wa mambo. Sasa tunajiuliza, je, Wetang'ula anataka kuondoka serikalini, mbona anamchafulia jina mkubwa wake ambaye ni Ruto? Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is how Kenya is. This would suggest that the letters for teacher recruitment are allegedly being issued by the President William Ruto. So Wetang'ula has now appeared to expose what is allegedly happening at the State House under Ruto's leadership. This raises questions. Why did Wetang'ula make such serious, you know, allegations in the public? Does he want to leave the government? That is the question we are asking ourselves. Why is he revealing what could be sensitive information about President William Ruto? Before I proceed, because I want to put this into perspective so that we can really understand what does it mean if Ruto is allegedly giving teacher recruitment letters to members of parliament who are his political allies. Before I proceed, ladies and gentlemen, as you continue watching this clip, I request you, I beseech you to hit the like button. May our supreme being who lives in heaven bless you abundantly for hitting that like button. And if you are watching for the first time and you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please I request you to consider subscribing by smashing the subscribe button that is down here to be subscribed. Once you are done, remember to turn on the notification bell. Be blessed more than enough. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting your time, back to our political analysis in order to analyze this video. What does it mean if President William Ruto is giving teacher recruitment or other employment letters to members of parliament who are his political alleys. Number one, lack of transparency in employment. The institution responsible, ladies and gentlemen, for recruiting, teachers here in Kenya is the Teacher Service Commission, TSC, not the State House. However, ladies and gentlemen, it is now being alleged that members of parliament who are close to Ruto go to State House, receive employment letters for teachers and then use those letters to recommend people, they know. Wanaenda wanapeleka hizo mabarua wale ambao wanajuana. Kama ujulikane na MP, it will be difficult for you, even if you are trained as a teacher, to be employed by the government of Kenya. These are serious allegations. There are qualified Kenyans who studied, teaching and have been waiting for employment more than 10 years through the TSC. But they remain unemployed. Men are tamarking more than even 20 years. This raises concerns that if someone does not have a well-connected member of parliament or political ally, getting a teaching job, here in Kenya could be extremely difficult. So Wetang'ula himself has alleged that members of parliament are taken to State House through him and given 10 letters each, which they allegedly take away without involving the TSC, Teacher Service Commission. Why are we having Teacher Service Commission? What are they doing if they are not employing teachers? Those are questions we are asking ourselves. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean if Ruto is giving teacher employment letters to members of parliament who support him politically? Number two, the corruption factor. How? Wetang'ula has also alleged that some members of parliament who receive these letters may sell, wanauza, may sell those letters to members of the public for amounts, reportedly exceeding 400,000. Wanaenda wanauza, hawapeani hata bure, wakipewa bure wanaenda kuuza. Kumaanisha they are in business despite electing them. Despite electing these members of parliament to represent common mwananchi, kwa bunge. So if this is true, then a major question arises. Number one, if you do not have money, can you really get a government job in Kenya? Number two, and if people have to pay such huge amounts for employment, why are Kenyans spending years studying and acquiring qualifications? Mbona watu wanaenda mashule? Those are questions we are asking ourselves. It is difficult to get answers, ladies and gentlemen. These are questions that demand clear answers as Kenyans. So this is a major allegation that has left many Kenyans shocked and struggling, to understand what is really happening within Kenya Kwanza government that is under the leadership of President William Ruto. That is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet in the next video. But if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, MWANAKENYA Media, this is the only YouTube channel where we don't sugarcoat. We always put the news as it is. Please, I request you to consider subscribing if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel by smashing the subscribe button that is down here. Once you are done, remember to turn on the notification bell so that the moment we upload any new video clip, you will be notified automatically and that MWANAKENYA Media has uploaded a new video clip to watch. Remember to share our content always to other WhatsApp groups and even on Facebook. That is the only way we can continue building this channel of ours, MWANAKENYA Media. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet in the next video. Bye-bye.